Drives this one. Right center. There's the hat trick. 3 in a row. Ward, Trout, OHTANI.
They're 1 out away with their leader, their captain. Manu a mano right here. USA's captain versus Japan's captain. First time they've been teammates.
I can feel the blood creeping out from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing, so cold.
Hey, what's up guys, it's Mr. Benchwarmer and I'm back with another one. I wanted to make this video because I want to be the first one to say I think Shohei OHTANI is going to stay with the Angels forever. I think, like Trout, Shohei likes playing in Anaheim. I think he likes playing with the best position player that's in the game right now, and a player that's going to go down as one of the best of all time, and Mike Trout. But there are other reasons why I think Shohei OHTANI will stay with the Angels, and you know, if you've got time, just stick around to find out. I promise this won't take long. I'm not here to waste your time. Just want to get my hot take out there. So what inspired me to do this video was Shohei OHTANI just became the first player since Babe Ruth to hit 100 home runs in a career with 500 strikeouts. That's insane. But I think everyone that watches baseball, anyone that follows baseball or Shohei OHTANI, you kind of realize he's a really, really humble guy. He seems like one of the nicest players in baseball. And I'm not saying because he's humble he's going to take a pay cut. I don't think he's going to take a pay cut. I think the Angels are going to pay Shohei what he wants. I mean, look, like I said, Mike Trout's one of the best players of all time already, and the Angels dished out over $400 million for him. I think the Angels would do it for Shohei because Shohei OHTANI already makes the Angels so much money just in advertising, in jersey sales, in merchandise as a whole. And plus, I saw a recent quote showing that Shohei OHTANI makes like $30 million a year off the field in endorsements, advertising, and pretty much just for his name. So I don't think Shohei OHTANI is going to leave the Angels for an extra, $20 million in total over a contract. Now, there are teams like the Mets that are going to send him whatever money he wants, but when Shohei came over to America, he said he wanted to pitch on a West Coast team. He was in talks with the Giants, the Dodgers, the Padres, the Angels. So now we know he wants to play on a West Coast team. Could that have changed? Maybe. It could have changed. We don't know. But one thing we do know is that all of the other teams that Shohei had spoken to when he wanted to sign in America, they all wanted him to either be a pitcher or a hitter. They didn't want to let him do both. The reason the Dodgers missed out on Shohei OHTANI was because they didn't have faith in him to be able to do both, that he could do both and stay healthy or stay relevant. And the Angels, they were willing to give him a shot. And look how, I know the Angels are hated on because they can never get Trout or OHTANI to the postseason, but look, if it wasn't for the Angels, we may not have seen the Shohei OHTANI we do now. No other team was willing to invest in both sides of him. And I think that is a huge contributor to why Shohei will stay with the Angels. Look, the Angels could have traded him last year. They could have traded him this past offseason. They could still trade him now, but they're not. And I know they make some dumb moves as a franchise. We all know this. But there's a reason they're not trading him. Now, as of right now, at 5:06 p.m. on May 4th, Shohei is still not locked up with the Angels, but that's why I'm making this video, because he will be. I don't know if it's going to happen during this season. I don't know if it's going to happen in the offseason, but it will happen. And finally, here's my #1 reason why Shohei will stay with the Angels. He's not a Scott Boras client. Scott Boras has nothing to do with Shohei OHTANI, and realistically, all of the great players in baseball are Scott Boras clients, and Scott Boras always gets them the biggest deal on the market, the biggest deal possible, and that's why players take these deals. Now, Shohei's agent's not going to have any problems getting any team in baseball to give Shohei whatever he wants, but I do think Scott Boras talks a lot of his clients into playing for different teams to make more money, and Shohei doesn't have to deal with that. I think Shohei and his agent are just going to let Shohei pitch where he wants to pitch. And I'll be honest, I think the Angels are going to be in the postseason this year. I think they'll be in the postseason for years to come. They're finally building some starting pitching. You've got guys like Reed Detmers. They've got guys like Jose Suarez and Patrick Sandoval. They've still got Tyler Anderson for a couple of years, and so their rotation does look really good. They've got some pieces in that bullpen that look okay. All in all, I think Shohei OHTANI will be an Angel for life. I just don't know when he's going to sign this extension, but I do 100% believe he will. But But let me know in the comment section down below if you guys agree. Like I said, I didn't want to make a long video of this. I didn't want to waste your time. It is, at the end of the day, just a hot take. It's just my opinion. But if you guys agree or disagree, let me know. And look, I'm a Dodgers fan. I'd love to see Shohei in Dodger blue, but I just don't think it's going to happen. But anyways, peace. I love you guys. See you in the next one.